Hi guys, welcome to the Getting Started with AWS series. I'm Chetan. I hope you followed the first step, which is creating your AWS account. If not, please do that because for this lecture you need to have the working AWS account. Okay, so this is about logging into your AWS account for very first time and browsing through AWS console. You need to make yourself comfortable with the working of AWS console, and also at the same time we will check our AWS services limit so that when we go to actually EC2 session, we know that we can launch and there is no restriction from the AWS side. Okay, so what we are going to do in this lecture is going to aws.amazon.com. There is a link to go to your AWS console through my account. We'll provide our root account credential, which is nothing but your email ID and the password with which we should be able to log in. And once we log in, we will see how to browse through different AWS regions, how to go to billing dashboard, how to check your service limits, and if you see that the limit is 0, then how to increase that limit through support case. Okay, let's go to the browser. I'm going to open incognito tab, aws.amazon.com, and you can go to my account and AWS management console. This takes sometimes a couple of seconds to load. Okay, so remember you have to log in with root user because as of now we don't have IAM user for our AWS account, and root user is your email ID and the password. So let me do that. Okay, so I am into my AWS account, and typically you will land into US East one, but I had logged in earlier and changed my region to this time I landed into a Mumbai region. So you can check always from this tab in which region you are currently working. It happens initially that you are looking your resources in the Mumbai region, but actually your console is in the North Virginia region. In my training, some student had faced similar issues, so always make sure you are into the right region. And as I said, you have access to all possible AWS regions. You can simply click this and you can go to that AWS region. That means if now you go to EC2 service, you will go to that region's EC2 service. So for example, now if I want to go to EC2 service, I'll just type it, and ideal way to go to different services is to open multiple tabs. Right now I'm in EC2, and for example I want to create a VPC. Now one way is you come here and type a VPC and go there, but then every time it completely changes your EC2 dashboard to VPC dashboard. So again, if you want to work on EC2, you have to again come back. So rather open a new tab, so it opens a VPC. Similarly, if you want to work in S3, you can do that. So it's a better way to navigate to your browser. So now I can just simply change my tabs and I can work into different AWS services. And when you do that, you always land into the same region. Right here it was Mumbai, and that's where in the VPC and S3. S3 is a global, so there is no region, but otherwise for VPC you see it's a Mumbai region. Okay, that's the way to browse the your console. There is more about the user and the billing related data here. So very important to go to billing dashboard and check if any amount outstanding for this month. So you can come here and check the billing data. In next lecture, we are also going to set a billing alarm so that if the amount goes beyond say certain limit, maybe 100 rupees or $2, we should be alerted. It happens initially that you overconsume your your usage than the free tier usage. That's another topic. I'll be explaining how the free tier usage works in AWS. It's not like everything is free for 12 months. You have to make sure you don't overconsume the AWS services, and we'll see how to restrict that. So that's a billing dashboard. One more thing I wanted to talk about was limits. Now for new AWS account, typically AWS sets some default limits on how many EC2 instances you can launch. That's more on because the new people do not know how it will affect their account by default, or by mistake they might launch too many instances and there could be a large bill, right? So to control that, there are some limits put onto the your account by default. So you can go to EC2 console and limits, and you will see what limits you have. Now if you see, you can't launch dedicated hosts. Dedicated hosts are like a physical host into the AWS. Obviously in free tier, anyways, it does not make sense to launch that. What I'm interested in EC2 running instances limits. So if you go here and select running instances, you can see what we are interested in, this instance family A, C, D, H, I. We are specifically interested in T family, because in free tier we have the instance type T2 micro, which is free for us, right? So, and there is a 5V CPU limit. That means I can launch T2 micro instance 5 instances, because T2 micro comes with 1 vCPU. So if you don't see this 5 and if you see 0, it may happen, right? For it depends on the algorithm in the behind the scene when the AWS accounts are created. If you see that problem, you have to open a support case with the AWS. So for that, go to support center, and then you would be able to raise the service increase limit. Now here there are no cases. I say create a case. This is for service limit increase, so do that. Now one thing, as we have subscribed to basic plan, if you remember, when we created AWS account, you can't really raise any technical queries to AWS. That means if your EC2 instance has some problem, right, you can't do that. That is only available in the other support plan from the AWS. So here you would have to select limit type. Always select instances, EC2 instances, and then it will ask which instance family and in which region. So I want to increase limit in, say, Mumbai region. Now for a different region, typically you would have to create a different support case. And then what instance types we are interested in, T family, so we have to select this, and what should be the new value. Now in my case it's already 5, so it does not make sense to raise a limit, but if you see that as a 0, then you would have to create that. And in a description you can say like, I'm exploring AWS or learning AWS, I need at least 5 instances limit there. So that's about AWS console. Make sure you understand the console well. You know how to go to different AWS services. For example, if you are in VPC, you want to go to RDS service, just type in RDS and typically right click and open a new window, right? And then you get into the RDS into the same AWS region. Similarly, if you think you want to say launch an instance in say North Virginia region, so first thing, go to EC2 dashboard. Now that will take you to the Mumbai EC2 dashboard, and just go to Mumbai and change to North Virginia, and that's way you get to the North Virginia. So it's as simple as that to browse through the region um, and the billing data, and you can also sign out from here. That's what you should do at the end of your AWS session. Okay, that's it for this session. Stay tuned for the next lectures, where I'm going to talk about free tier usage, creating IAM users, so that you are really good to go with your AWS account. Thanks for watching the video.